is if it was just like, we are going to like just teach women how to fucking play fighting games, right? Women are the reason there aren't women in fighting games is because they're fucking shit at it. So here we are gonna teach them what to do. Look at us fucking Giga Chads. Did you see that thing the other day that was posted? I don't know whether it was an official Capcom thing. But it was like something about a women's academy for FGC or something like that. Did you guys see that? How's it going, Kira? I don't know if I remember correctly what it was. It was something like a women's academy for game. I can't remember what it was. It was something to do with the FGC. It was something to do with the FGC. If someone can find that tweet, oh, I wish I could find it. I don't know much about it. I really don't. But I remember it was like, oh, I really wish I remember what it was. I remember what it, because I really wanted to talk about it. Now, you did well there, Monani. You did well. He deserved that. Because part of me thought that was a good idea. That was a good idea, but only in the sense of helping get more women in the FGC, if that's what it is, because I can't remember what it was about. Like, there are there's one scenario where it's a good thing and one scenario where it's a bad thing, right? So there was this scenario. Callum found it. I'll check it out in a second. But it was actually after this game I'll look at it. So it was like, if it's in a sense of like helping women get into the FGC, that's fine, I think, because the FGC, I mean, I guess these kind of communities are still very male dominated in terms of like, dudes are everywhere. They're everywhere, right? And I do believe the FGC needs to make more of an effort to be more welcoming to female players. If that is what that is about, right? If that is what it's about. If it's just about getting women more welcome to the FGC, that's fine. You know, because I've talked about this as well in the past. Like, it's not great. Like, I have basically every single female I know within the FGC. I'll say woman instead of female. There's something weird about saying female in that context. But every single female I know within the FGC has some kind of story. Of like just being treated differently, or some creepy shit that's happened to them literally just because they're a female within the FGC. Like, this kind of stuff doesn't happen to dudes. It doesn't, like, so I feel like that kind of thing is good. But what would make it bad is if it was just like, we are going to like just teach women how to fucking play fighting games, right? Women are the reason there aren't women in fighting games is because they're fucking shit at it. So here we are gonna teach them what to do. Look at us fucking Giga Chads. That would be where it's the problem. And I hope not, but I feel like that's what that was about, because there was a bit of outrage about it. So I do feel like that is what it was about. And if it is, I'm not too happy about it. Because the thing about the FGC is like, only like the top. Monani, thank you for the bits. Only like the top % of people are the ones that you're going to see all the time, and the ones that can really like make some kind of living off of it, right? Only the people at the top. I feel like the Tekken community is welcome. Down back 2, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. But yeah, if it's a case of where we are going to teach women how to play fighting games, then it's like, okay, that's a bit condescending, because it's not a case of like, oh, women are bad at fighting games, like, and they need extra help. Like, that's not the case. Like, anyone can do it. And if you look at like the top players, there aren't that many top players in general. So with it being so hard to be like at a top level in fighting games, coupled with the fact that there just aren't that many people, like, yes, there aren't that many women in fighting games in the first place, so they're going to be less represented at every level, right? And then at the top, where there's the least representation, I guess you could say, you'll just see less women, because that's just how it is. It's not the fact that like they cannot play fighting games and they are shit. It's just a case of like, you just don't see them as much. Be nice to the opposite gender, simp, right? And then if you look at someone like Kadocore isn't like one of the best female players in Tekken, right? She's one of the best players in Tekken, period. Point blank, period, you know? Like, I feel when people say that, like Kadocore, you know, she's such a good female Tekken player, I get annoyed for her, because I'm like, when you look at like what she's done, like, it's like, you wouldn't be saying that. We simp it, exactly, right? It's the thing of where like, you're not wrong, but you're still wrong. You know what I mean? And there are top female players. There's Kadocore, there's Yu, there's Tanukana, there's is it Emily from America, the Alyssa player who's been putting in work recently. Oh my god, I just ate that. And over in Europe, we have, you know, Tenshimitsu. There's people like Sylvigen. There are female players. It's not a case of like, it's not a case of just like they're bad. It's a case of like it's the representation that's the problem, not they need extra help, so we're gonna give it to them, right? That was such a shit combo. I didn't even know what I was thinking there. Something shit, probably. Oh yeah, that's like minus 11, I think. Imagine K-Wisp being a girl. What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? Why should I have to be a woman? Hello, I am new here. Hello. Lovely to have you here. How's it going, SB? We need good female fighting game characters? I don't think that's a thing. I get what you mean, but I don't think that's like a thing. Like, you know? I don't think that's what's keeping people out. I don't think that's what's keeping women away. Like, all you have to do is look at shit like the Twitch chat and stuff like that to be like, yeah, this isn't a very welcoming environment for female players. Chaos is really good. Okay, I'm not a shut up. Shut up. Chaos is number one. What how did this flip to become about me? How did this flip to become about me? We'll take a look at that after this game. We'll take a look at that article. If Callum could repost that, I didn't think that would hit, so I fucked up the combo. Callum, if you could post it again, I'll take a look. How's it going, Milo? I'd simp for K-Wiz. Lots of people already do. I didn't mean to do that. I apologize. Big fan, thank you. I heard you play a dead game. AOP. Morning shoes. Like, I guess it just raises another thing I have. Like, there are some people as well who just believe women have it so easy within these spaces because they're a bit of a rare thing, I guess. But I feel like that makes it worse because you get those guys who come to tournaments, see a female player, immediately just start flirting with them and just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make her my wife. She plays the same thing that I do. Oh my god. Right? Like, oh my god, she's so beautiful. I'm like our kids are gonna play Tekken together. And it's like, no. And I feel like Twitch is so bad for it for female streamers, because like I feel like it's harder for female streamers to like build a proper bond with community and shit like that, because my hitboxes are a joke. Because just a lot of their community would just be like wanting to fucking fuck them, you know, like that's the whole point. And they turn up, they donate, and they give, like, they're just out here for the cooch, and it's like so ugh. Anyway, let's transition and take a look at this. An esports academy to train professionals with established regional teams and leagues for female players. That's kind of a yikes for me. That is a yikes for me. That's a bit of a yikes for me. Like, it's just a yikes for me. Like, come on. Whoa, better than this. Like, segregation isn't the problem. Isn't how we fix this, right? Segregation isn't how we fix this. Imagine if there was just a lack of like black players in the FGC, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna start a league just for black people. Like, you're literally just doing this. You're doing this, whether on a stick or a pad, you're doing this. Your gender doesn't inhibit you from that, right? Your gender doesn't inhibit you from that. Like, imagine the Black Academy. What the fuck? Segregation isn't how we fix this. Just all you gotta do is Evo apartheid. Evo apartheid. No, what you've just gotta do is just like, if you make we fix this by donating to KWIS. Yeah, that's actually how you fix the problem, by the way. You just donate to me. That's how you do it. You see that donation bar at the top? My panels, my panel down below. Do I have a donate command? I do. This is how you fix it. Just donate, guys. But yeah. It's you fix this just by making the FGC a more welcoming environment for women. That's kind of it.